Hello, everyone, and welcome back. A bit of a preface. My voice might sound a little bit iffy. I might have a little bit of a lisp here and there somewhere. I had my first dental surgery today, and it's weird. It feels weird. Luckily, I don't have any pain at the moment. I did earlier, but I took some ibuprofen that was prescription strength. So it's definitely numbed it pretty good, but talking feels weird still. So yeah, there we go. This was one of the easiest ones. The other two are going to be a lot more intense. And then I'll have the last one will be the next easy one. So yeah, I'm very positive about it all. I definitely need these, and I'm very happy that I'm starting on that journey. Health has something that not just financial health, but physical health has been a priority for me for the past year or so, trying to find all of the different doctors that you need to be at your healthiest, to check you out and things like that. So if I sound a little funny, that's probably why. I'll try not to make this too long so as to, one, not have to talk too much myself, and two, not have to grace you with this weird voice of mine today. Okay, so I do want to go ahead and clean some of this up before the start of the new month and the new paycheck comes in. Ready to assign does look incorrect, and this transaction of 1097 that I have at the top, that's incorrect. I know what that is, so we can go ahead and fix that. So let's look at the transactions here. So this is for the Cricket phone, which was in reimbursements. So that finally takes care of that. This was the refund from taxes. And then here we go. For some reason, and this always happens with me in YNAB, it tags credit card payments to one card, even though I have two different credit cards that I've paid out. So that 1100 payment is actually for the Sapphire. So once I fix that, it should now be more correct to what I should have here. And these are payments I did last week or so. And then the roof payment, I did go ahead and send out the remaining 700 for the month, and it did clear this month. And that is so fantastic because we are at $2,700 for that roof. That's incredible how much that made a difference. I'm so beyond happy with that. Okay, so our balance here should be 2,223 and 73 cents. So that looks good. I don't have anything in checking or high yield. Everything should still be good. So let's go to Freedom. For my Freedom, so these are pending, $32.49, and I should have $481.46 to reconcile, so that's correct. So let's go ahead and really quickly take a look at some of this here. And I believe this all looks correct right now. So I'm going to approve and reconcile. It looks good. Okay. And then this is actually a home store. Was it a hardware store? No, it's more of a home store. So this is actually going to go for the home fund. It is a little bit overspent. My sister and I were trying to get things for the home that we need to replace, and we're going to do some of the work, minor work ourselves. Obviously, the big stuff we're going to get like professionals to do it, but we have come to realize that we can fix a couple of things ourselves, and the amount of money that we would spend fixing some things is definitely a lot less, and they're not difficult things to fix. They might take a little bit of looking through and researching to make sure we're doing things accurately, but once we do that and we kind of get the hang of things, we might have 2-3 tries, but we'll get it in the end and it'll be correct. So that's kind of just us trying to get ready for a couple of minor projects that we want to get done in the house. Okay, so my portion here should be $44.70. Let me check here. No, yeah, everything looks good. And that is cleared. That was that payment that I had to correct from the checking. So yes, $44.70. Okay. Wonderful. And let's just take a peek at that roof loan. Why don't we? It feels weird to smile. I'm a smiley, giggly person on a good day, and just it feels odd right now. Yes, so there we go. 800 in full for this month. I am so ridiculously happy that that actually happened. I am trying to wrap my brain into this idea of I was able to actually put this much money and still have money in the account, like a decent amount. Yes, everything is kind of situated where it wants to go, but it's still in there, and I'm not like at zero or negative. I haven't been negative in any of the checking accounts I've had in over a decade, so it's not any of that, but it's just a little bit mind-blowing. Most of that money would have gone to rent, and now that I don't have to pay that, it makes it a lot easier. So I'm so excited to go in this trajectory of sending as much as possible and getting this down significantly every month until it is gone. All right, so the ready to assign is now correct. This was the refund that I got. Before I assign that, I do want to take a look at the overspends here. So I did have some overspend for the home fund. And I did have extra money that I put into tech last time. So I'm going to use that extra money that was in there to take care of some of these. This wellness overspent. So with the refund, I was going to put, I believe it was 500 towards savings, 800, no, 500 towards savings, 200 towards more for the dental stuff, and the remaining, which would have been about 197, was going to be for spending. And I had decided to go ahead and spend majority of that on a good automatic toothbrush to really just have something that's better for my teeth issues, which I did. I did go ahead and purchase that for myself. So I'm going to cover this with the ready to assign just to count that portion out of the refund that I wanted to have in there. Now we did go a little bit over in, actually no, you know what, because part of this I didn't, and I realized that later on. This purchase right here, my sister wanted me to get her some things that I kind of consider more on the beauty. So I was going to put it towards the beauty category. and it was I believe it was just a moisturizer, which it wasn't even a name brand, and it was already like 11 something with tax. So I'm just gonna do 12 to beauty just to cover that. Since I don't have like a personal category, I tend to use this one as like my personal, the beauty and clothing. That would be for haircuts, purchasing clothes, and anything beauty related. Like if I got myself skincare, I would probably put it here. So I remember thinking that's going to be great because it's going to leave me just under what I wanted to spend for the month, which is always a fantastic feeling. Now I did go over. There's no excuse. I went over. I don't know what was going on. There was this particular day that I couldn't do it. I was too hungry. And I had so many other things to do at home, so many other chores and things to do. Everybody was kind of working. I was home by myself, and I just did not have the energy or the will to make myself something to eat. So I did get myself something. I went over for 14. I'm going to cover that with some of the portion in tech. And that's that. So all I have left is I was going to do an additional 500 towards the savings account. And was it 300 towards the dental stuff, or was it 2? It was 3. So let's go ahead and put an additional 3. Now, I do have to be careful with transferring all of this money over to the HSA. I want to make sure that I don't go over the contribution limits. Now, I think I've said it before, but I believe I'm only adding between my contributions and the contributions from work, roughly somewhere in the $1,000 category, and the max contributions for the year is $4,000. I'm going to verify that essentially with what's coming out on a monthly basis, and just kind of tally it and make sure that I'm not going to be going overboard. It's okay if I get a little close. It's all pretty much going to get used. There's no problem with that, but I again just want to verify and make sure. I don't want to have any issues at the end of the year when I'm trying to do my next tax season and having to deal with all this HSA stuff. So I think I'll be okay though, but I will double check. But anyway, we have again $21.35 that I don't know what to do with. Let me check something. There was a little bit of additional spending for my cat. Where did I put it? Is it the sapphire? Maybe I just didn't catch it. Nope, was not the sapphire. I could have sworn that I had something for my cat. He had a vet appointment recently, and I had to give him the good stuff because he's a fighter, not a lover, unless it's my lap that he's trying to get into. And I would rather not have anybody at the office get scratched. So we always give him some good stuff so that he will be calm and, be able to be handled easier. It was so funny. All he wanted to do was go into my lap. We got him out of the carrier, put him on the weight, trying to weigh him, see how much he is. And he just kept trying to get off and kept trying to go onto my lap. So But at least he wasn't fighting anyone. I also did take the opportunity to cut down his nails, and it's been wonderful. I might just say, ooh, it's been great because he likes to climb my legs, and he is not a kitten anymore. He is somewhere around the vicinity of 17 at this point, so he's a big boy, and nails, climbing, tearing, you get the picture. But I don't see it here. I'll wait and see where it shows up. It shouldn't be anywhere else. I think they have the Freedom Card on file, and that's what they're supposed to be charging. I think it was like $15. I could have sworn I charged it somewhere. Like I gave them the card, like I swiped it, but I don't see it anywhere. So, ooh. Okay, I need to stop. My cheek just feels so weird right now. I think it was it this? I think it was that. I think it just calls it vet discount because it's at the same place that we get the vet discount from, the same vet, so it just tagged it as there. And it is for expenses, so it actually tagged it accurately, and I did put in a little bit more in there before in the budget, so yeah, we're good on that. I do have some pendings. This was for food for someone else in the house. Let me get to it. They were hungry, and it's hard for me to say no to my brother or my sisters, so I got them some. I figured I have a little bit that I could go a little bit overspending, so it's okay. I'm not going to worry so much about it. And then gas. So we'll take care of those two transactions next video. That'll be fine. This $21.35, I'm just going to go ahead and add it to the tech just as I've been doing everything else. And that way we're at 0. So it's looking really, really good. I'm going to rename the grocery categories from 114, 15, 31 to just like grocery first half and grocery second half, something a little bit quicker and easier to look at, because sometimes I'm looking for them and I forget that this is what I named them, and I'll just scroll back and forth if anyone has noticed that because I can't find them, because in my head I'm looking for groceries but they're not tagged as groceries in here. So I think I'll go ahead and do that and make my life a little easier. But anyway, that's all that I have for today. I'm going to go ahead and ice my cheek a little bit to try and get some of the swelling down before I go to sleep tonight. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.